Morning. Hi everyone, I'm TigerHawk3, and today I really wasn't sure what else to do, so we're gonna look at JavaScript. I did learn JavaScript a couple of years ago, but didn't like it very much. Any language with a strict mode that fixes the problems that are inherent to the language has a severe I don't want to call it a disability. Severe difficulty with its lifestyle. Anyway, what are the benefits to JavaScript? It's reasonably fast. The big benefit is that you can run it anywhere, basically, because everyone already has an interpreter for it, and that interpreter is the browser. So that's something. Let's write an HTML page with a script in it. HTML, need to end the tag, head, and end the head. Body and the body. Where does the script go? I think it's in the head. Let me change the language to JavaScript. Actually, HTML, I guess. Script. I think we can do that. I haven't used this since about 2014 also, so I'm very rusty. For var I equals 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, about console.log, your number plus I, and I believe I can do this because JavaScript does this sort of thing, adding a string and an int. And there's our script. Will it do that? Do I have to name anything in here? I'm not particularly sure. Let's see what happens when I save this and run it somewhere. Okay. Let me open this up somewhere. Okay. I will have to show you. Not that one, but rather this one. Hang on. Will that work? I think. I think that'll work. It's good enough. Okay. So there's something, and I will drag I will drag my file into there, and we will see what happens. It works. Hooray! I am actually pretty surprised, because JavaScript I didn't that it's not a working isn't a thing that it generally does for me. I remember one homework assignment I had with JavaScript. I don't remember what it was for, the content of it, but I had written it. It seemed fine. It didn't work. I think it didn't print anything, or had an error that I don't recall. I don't know. But I kept messing with it and trying to see if I could make it work. And then a few hours later, the deadline was fast approaching, and I couldn't think of anything else to do. And I had to turn it in or it would be late. So I just submitted it online. I'm like, okay, whatever. The teacher will tell me what I missed because it's not working here. Got like an A of some kind on it because it was perfect except for some little trivial typo that I would have been able to see had it run in the first place. I don't know why it didn't work on my machine, but apparently it did for the professor. So I don't know. Not really my jam most of the time. So let's have this do something else. Also, let's put a title in here. No, not here. Title is gonna be how about testing my JS skills. Great. Now we will get this, and we will, where'd it go? It's over there, and I will refresh, and it says testing my JS skills. That's HTML, not JavaScript. Okay. Let's see, what else can I do here? A function. How do I do a function? I know classes are like prototypes or something. Functions, let's look that up. The keyword is function. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Function, my function. Then we have parameters of, how about num? Let's do a I and say it is this whole block. And then I will call it with function of 3, let's say. And let's make this, oh no, I mean num. Yeah, I want that. And this is num. Okay. Let's save that. And let's go back to here and turn that on. And now we refresh. And unexpected token something. Line 10. Do I have a mismatch? No, I don't think so. What did I do wrong? Seems fine to me. Maybe I needed a semicolon or something. JavaScript is one of those languages where you don't need a semicolon sometimes. Let's put one over there, and then over there. Because remember, I didn't have any before, and it worked fine. So let's save that, turn this back on, and refresh. Didn't like it. Oh, unexpected token, open parentheses. How do I call it in that case? Isn't that how I call a function? Pretty sure it is. Function this. I don't know. Why doesn't that work? I don't know why that doesn't work. I wrote my function, completed it. I have this is all happy times. Okay. Oh, it's my function. Duh. Oops. Forgot what I called it. Okay. I didn't see a def keyword in there, therefore there's no, therefore it's fine, right? Could have a function called a function. But no. I made a oopsies. Let's bring back this window. Let's go here and 0, 1, 2. Alrighty. That's better. What else can I do? Is it like a prototype for classes? Something? Regex, functions, events, page redirect, dialog boxes, void, page printing. I don't really know what I want to do here. Maybe we'll go through some of the old, the previous Python programs we've written on the stream and write them in JavaScript. See what we can do with that. I was looking into Django, but it seems like writing it, our app, whatever we have, in JavaScript rather than learning Django is about the same effort. Maybe less, maybe just easier to rewrite it. But I'm pleased that this worked eventually. Anyway, what else can we do? Calling parameters, return, yes, I know. Semicolons. Bleh. Python has semicolons as a feature in the language. You can use them to end a statement. But you can also end a statement with a new logical line. So you'll generally only see semicolons if you have some kind of code that you'd like to one-line, such as, for example, I don't really have to do that, do I? Here we are. I can do print 4, and then print 9, and then it'll do both of those. But what I can't do is that, because the semicolon comes after a statement. There's no statement there. Some languages allow you to have an empty statement by just putting a semicolon. Python is not one of them. The empty statement is pass. And it doesn't actually need a semicolon. Let's see. Let's see now. I think there was a mention of input, and let's change this to document.write. Does it work that way? Is it that easy? Looks like. Let's have a form tag with an input, a button, on click. Okay. Let's add little bits. In the body, we'll have form with the input has a type, and onClick is the command, and value is the text. Okay. Let's say type equals what kinds are there? Text. Does it work like that? Not too sure. Let's see what happens when I run this. So it did that, and there is a text sort of input. That's cool. So how do we refer to this? Input in a, this seems like an HTML thing and not a JavaScript thing, but JavaScript and HTML are kind of intertwined. Input. I want to retrieve the value from a text input. I'm doing some quick Googling. Type is this? Oh, it will have a name. Okay. That's good. That makes sense. Name, the name of an input element. And how do I retrieve it? That's the same page. Retrieve input text. Oh, get element by ID. I see. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We're gonna have input is gonna be text, and then we're gonna have input of a button, and on click is the command, and that is going to be my function with quotes. My function, yes. And apparently we send it the whole thing, including the including that, huh? Let's take this out and do num var num. This is how you make a local variable. Equals document dot get element by ID, I believe. Get element by ID, and then you pass it the name of it, dot name. Okay. Name equals text. Okay. Dot name, right? Int. It's probably the same with this function call, I think. Hopefully. Num is this through there, and then we don't call it here. button will be my function, and then how do I tell it what text to use? That was value. Value equals click me. All right, let's save that, and let's go back to this, and let's refresh. 5. Int is not defined. How do I cast to an integer? I guess not. Let's find out. To integer. Oh, parse int. I slightly remember that. Let's take this out. This is parse int. Okay. Let's save it. Reopen this. And then refresh. About 5. Cannot read property name of null. So that means this thing returned null or none type. Maybe it's get element by name. Let's do that. Let's try that. Put this back here and then refresh the page. Put a 5 in there and then click me. Get element by name is not a function. That doesn't exist. Okay. Let's undo that and call this the ID. Maybe that's a thing. Turn Chrome back on, refresh, put a 5 in there, and nothing happens. This is something I don't like about JavaScript. You often have times where nothing happens. Nothing is okay. Equals text field. Maybe it doesn't like it being the same as that. I change this to text field. Document.getElement by ID text field. I don't want the name, actually. I want the content of it. Oh. No. I don't want the name. Maybe it's get. Not too sure, but we'll see. Let me turn it back on and refresh and put a number in there and then click the button and nothing happens again. Oh, I probably have to do that. Let me show you what I did. I had to call it. That's kind of important generally. Turn it back on, refresh, put a number in there, click the button. Get element by ID dot get is not a function. How do I get the contents of a text field? Oh, is it value? Oh, value. Okay. Okay. Value. Everything's a little bit different. A little bit different. So we're gonna get start with the document, get element by ID of text field, get the value, and parse it into an integer, and use that in here, and write things that number of times. Okay. And And let's actually take out these semicolons that I don't like, because reasons. And let's turn this back on. And hit refresh and put a 5 in there. Oh, your number is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about, let's do the following. Plus, does this work? Is that how I put a line break in there? Let's find out. I don't know if it'll take it literally or what. Ah, indeed, it parsed it. So that's cool. It removed the other things. It removed the input field and the button. That's a little weird. But it does something. So there you go. Getting used to JavaScript again. Good times. Not particularly. It's a very strange language. It works enough. It's not super clear. But it's good enough that it's used everywhere. So it's a good thing to know. Python is much nicer as a language, but if you want it to run everywhere, you have some work ahead of you. Like learning a framework, or setting up a CGI page, which I tried a few months ago, didn't figure out how to do. Yeah, but little JavaScript script blocks in an HTML page, very straightforward for it to run. All right. So I think we might stop there. I don't know why it removed the these elements here. Maybe if I put these in here, will that work? Document.write. This, do I escape things like that? Looks like. Alright. Notepad++ is telling me that that's how you do it. So maybe that's how you do it. Document.write. This backslash time. I don't know how it handles other kinds of quotes. I mean, maybe it can. Looks like it can. So let's use single quotes. Maybe that works. Single quotes. And this might put those values, put those objects back into the document afterward. Okay. Let's see what I just did. All right. Oh, puts another one in there. That's a little weird. That's odd. Why is it doing that? Let's comment that out. Save, refresh. Oh, it probably went over. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not too sure why it's doing that. But there's certainly a good reason, I just don't know it. I don't think I showed you what this was doing. Let me save that again and turn that on, and then I can go here and refresh. 5. Click me, and then we get this. And how about 2? And then it prints 0 and 1 for 2. I don't know why the original one disappears, but these do not. It's a little weird. Does anyone know why it does that? Because I do not. About document.write a break. Oh, I just put a break at the beginning. I'm not super sure what will happen. That's a little weird. About 3 this time. Oh, I added more, because these things are still happening because I forgot to comment them out again. But I don't think it'll quite do what I wanted it to. It gets rid of the text field and the button. That's a little strange. Don't know why it does that. Let's do this. Let's take these, take them out of the function, and put them here. And take them out of there. Is that, do I need a form? I really don't know. But let's run it and see what happens. I don't think it's possible to break anything very significantly. That doesn't help either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But something in here should have been close to what I wanted, but it keeps overwriting those elements. I don't know why. It starts at the top and removes them. But ones that we wrote into the document within the function were retained. So that's, I don't really understand why. Don't need that either, didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know why it was doing that, because I don't really know JavaScript anymore. Anyway, that is going to be the stream for today. I hope you enjoyed watching me poke around with things that should not be poked, probably. But maybe I'll do more JavaScript stuff and kind of remember how to do that in some way, possibly. It's going to also involve HTML and maybe CSS if I feel like it, but probably not. So yeah. that is the stream, and there'll be a game tomorrow, technically today, sort of. But yeah, that's gonna be what we'll do, and maybe more JavaScript in a couple days. So I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me, and have a good one.